Hello everyone, this is Mahantesh Bhapri. Welcome to this video, dear children. In this video, we will learn a beautiful sonnet, a sonnet which has got its own message to the whole mankind, even children and so many adults and who are having their own old age, they also can have a good message behind this beautiful poem. Name of the poem is Sonnet 73, That Time of Year. Sonnet 73, That Time of Year. And it's written by a famous poet, famous sonneteer, William Shakespeare. William Shakespeare wrote this beautiful sonnet. Name of the sonnet is That Time of Year. When that time of year, and what that time of year, and how that time was, that we are going to see in this poem. What is the name of the poem? That Time of Year. What is the number of sonnet? 73. And this poem is prescribed for the study or selected for the study for first language English learners for 10th class. Right? Dear children, still if you have not subscribed our channel, please subscribe our channel by pressing red colored subscribe button which is on your screen. ಆತ್ಮೀಯ ವಿದ್ಯಾರ್ಥಿಗಳೇ, ತಾವು ಇದುವರೆಗೂ ನಮ್ಮ ಚಾನೆಲ್ ಅನ್ನು ಸಬ್ಸ್ಕ್ರೈಬ್ ಮಾಡಿರದೇ ಇದ್ರೆ ತಮ್ಮ ಸ್ಕ್ರೀನ್ ಮೇಲೆ ಬರ್ತಕ್ಕಂತ ಕೆಂಪು ಬಣ್ಣದ ಸಬ್ಸ್ಕ್ರೈಬ್ ಬಟನ್ ಅನ್ನು ಪ್ರೆಸ್ ಮಾಡಿ. ಅದರ ಉಪಯೋಗ ಏನು ಅಂದ್ರೆ ನಾವು ಅಪ್ಲೋಡ್ ಮಾಡತಕ್ಕಂತ ಪ್ರತಿಯೊಂದು ವಿಡಿಯೋ ಕ್ಷಣಾರ್ಧದಲ್ಲಿ ಅದರ ಲಿಂಕ್ ತಮ್ಮ ಮೊಬೈಲ್ ಬರುತ್ತೆ. ಹಾಗಾಗಿ ನಾವು ಅಪ್ಲೋಡ್ ಮಾಡತಕ್ಕಂತ ಪ್ರತಿ ಹೊಸ ವಿಡಿಯೋವನ್ನ ತಾವು ಸಹಜವಾಗಿ ನೋಡಬಹುದು, ಮಗನ ಮನೆಯಲ್ಲೇ ಕೂತ್ಕೊಂಡು ನೋಡಬಹುದಾಗಿದೆ. ಸೊ ಹಾಗಾಗಿ ನಮ್ಮ ವಿಡಿಯೋ ತಮಗೆ ಒಳ್ಳೆ ಅನ್ಸಿದ್ರೆ ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಟೈಮ್ ತಾವು ನೋಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ರೆ ದಯವಿಟ್ಟು ಸಬ್ಸ್ಕ್ರೈಬ್ ಮಾಡಿ. ನಮ್ಮ ವಿಡಿಯೋ ಒಳ್ಳೆ ಅನ್ಸಿದ್ರೆ ದಯವಿಟ್ಟು ನಿಮ್ಮ ಸ್ನೇಹಿತರಿಗೆ ಅವುಗಳನ್ನ ಶೇರ್ ಮಾಡಿ, ಅವುಗಳನ್ನ ಹಂಚಿಕೊಳ್ಳಿ. ಅವ್ರು ಕೂಡ ಮನೆಯಲ್ಲಿ ಕೂತ್ಕೊಂಡು ಹಲವಾರು ವಿಷಯಗಳನ್ನ ಕಲಿತುಕೊಳ್ಳಿಕ್ಕೆ ಅವಕಾಶ ಇದೆ. Right, dear children, what is the name of the poem? The Time of Year. Who is the writer or poet? William Shakespeare. So it's a beautiful poem which has got a strong message or a good message. So before we start this poem, let's study about the poet, a great poet, William Shakespeare. So dear children, please open your textbook, page number 106. Note on the poet. William Shakespeare, 1564 to 1616. So he was born in 1564 and he died in 1616. The greatest English dramatist and poet. So William Shakespeare was the greatest dramatist, means he wrote many dramas. He wrote 34 dramas, famous dramas, which made him famous throughout the whole world. Every country can read. The people who are living in any country can read. Dramatist and poet. He also wrote so many poems. Needs no introduction. He does not need any introduction. Everybody knew him. He is the best known for his plays Hamlet, Othello, Macbeth, King Lear, Romeo and Juliet, Julius Caesar, Merchant of Venice. So these are his famous dramas. So those are enacted, and still these dramas are being enacted and enjoyed by the whole world. Not only England, the whole world is enjoying his plays. So his dramas have got their own message to the whole world. Right, dear children? 16ನೇ ಶತಮಾನದಲ್ಲಿ ಆ ನಾಟಕಗಳನ್ನು ಬರೆದಿದ್ರು ಕೂಡ ಇವತ್ತಿಗೂ ಕೂಡ ಅವರ ನಾಟಕಗಳು ಪ್ರಸ್ತುತವಾಗಿವೆ. ಇವತ್ತಿಗೂ ಕೂಡ ಹಲವಾರು ಒಳ್ಳೊಳ್ಳೆ ವಿಷಯಗಳನ್ನ ಓದುಗರಿಗೆ ಹೇಳ್ತವೆ. ಹಾಗಾಗಿ ಅವರು ಬರೆದಿರ್ತಕ್ಕಂಥ ನಾಟಕಗಳು ಬಹಳಷ್ಟು ವರ್ಷಗಳ ಸೂರ್ಯಚಂದ್ರ ಇರುವವರೆಗೂ ಇರ್ತವೆ. He has written 154 sonnets, of which, so he has written how many sonnets? 154 sonnets. 154 sonnets. So before we tell, so what do you mean by sonnet? ಹಾಗಾದ್ರೆ sonnet ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಏನು? ಕನ್ನಡದಲ್ಲಿ ಸುನೀತ ಅಂತ ಕರೀತೀವಿ ನಾವು. ಹಂಗಂದ್ರೆ ಏನು? So sonnet is 14-line poem. A poem which contains 14 lines. 14 ಸಾಲುಗಳಿರ್ತಕ್ಕಂಥ ಪದ್ಯಕ್ಕೆ ಸಾನೆಟ್ ಅಂತ ಕರಿತೀವಿ. ಕನ್ನಡದಲ್ಲಿ ಸುನೀತ ಅಂತ ಕರೀತಾರೆ. 13 ಇರಂಗಿಲ್ಲ, 15 ಇರಂಗಿಲ್ಲ. So exact 14 lines. So this is very difficult to write everything within 14 lines. So this is very talenting. I mean, this is a very talented work. So within that 14-line framework, the poet has to tell his whole idea, right? So how many sonnets he wrote? 154 sonnets. So among them 126 are dedicated to Mr. WH. So 126 sonnets are dedicated, means they are written to his close friend. His close friend WH, his young friend. Young friend means who died in his young age. Right, dear children? So he was, those sonnets were dedicated to WH. And patron means he was the sponsor. So he helped William Shakespeare a lot. Sponsor andre prayojaka, about whom there is much speculation, through little is known. So we cannot get so much information for about that person. ಬಹಳಷ್ಟು ವಿಷಯಗಳು ಆ ವ್ಯಕ್ತಿಯ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ನಮಗೆ ತಿಳಿಯ ಗೊತ್ತಿಲ್ಲ, ಆದ್ರೆ ಗೊತ್ತಾಗೋದಿಲ್ಲ. ಹಾಗಾಗಿ ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ WH ಅಂತಕ್ಕಂಥ ಮಾತು ಮಾತ್ರ ಗೊತ್ತಾಗಿದೆ. The remaining 28 sonnets are dedicated to the mysterious dark lady. Mysterious means secret. We cannot say too many information or too many sentences about the dark lady. Maybe his beloved. Maybe his beloved. And 27 sonnets are dedicated to his beloved, whom he called dark lady. ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಅವರು 126 ಸಾನೆಟ್ಗಳು ಯಾರಿಗೆ ಸಮರ್ಪಿಸಲ್ಪಟ್ಟಿವೆ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಅವರ ಸ್ನೇಹಿತರಾಗಿರ್ತಕ್ಕಂಥ WH. ಆಮೇಲೆ ಉಳಿದ 28 ಸಾನೆಟ್ಗಳು ಡಾರ್ಕ್ ಲೇಡಿ ಅಂತಕ್ಕಂಥ ಆ ಹೆಣ್ಮಗಳಿಗೆ ಅರ್ಪಿಸಲ್ಪಟ್ಟಿವೆ, ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಆಕೆಯ ಹೆಸರಲ್ಲಿ ಬರೆಯಲಾಗಿದೆ. The sonnet of our present study is the 73rd sonnet. So this is 73rd sonnet, one of Shakespeare's most famous ones. So this is one of the most famous sonnet. ಹತ್ತನೇ ವಿದ್ಯಾರ್ಥಿಗಳ ನಿಮಗೆ ಗೊತ್ತಾಯ್ತು ದ ಟೈಮ್ ಆಫ್ ಇಯರ್ ಸಾನೆಟ್, ಯಾಕಂದ್ರೆ ಅದು 14 ಲೈನ್ ಅನ್ನು ಹೊಂದಿರುತ್ತದೆ. ಅದನ್ನ ಬರೆದವರು ಯಾರು? ವಿಲಿಯಂ ಶೇಕ್ಸ್ಪಿಯರ್. ಹಾಗಾದ್ರೆ ಅಭ್ಯಾಸ ಮಾಡೋಣ. ಆರ್ ಯು ರೆಡಿ ಡಿಯರ್ ಚಿಲ್ಡ್ರನ್? So before that, what is there? Let me tell you in 2-3 sentences what is there in this present sonnet. So when do you realize ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂ ಆಫ್ ಎ ಪರ್ಸನ್ ಆರ್ ಆಬ್ಜೆಕ್ಟ್? ಯಾವುದೇ ವ್ಯಕ್ತಿ ಅಥವಾ ವಸ್ತುವಿನ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಯಾವಾಗ ನಮಗೆ ನಿಜವಾದ ಬೆಲೆ ಗೊತ್ತಾಗ್ತದೆ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಆ ವ್ಯಕ್ತಿ ಅಥವಾ ವಸ್ತು ನಮ್ಮ ಜೊತೆ ಇದ್ದಾಗ ಗೊತ್ತಾಗೋದಿಲ್ಲ, ಅದು ಬಿಟ್ಟು ಹೋಗುವಾಗ ನಮಗೆ ಗೊತ್ತಾಗ್ತದೆ. ಯು ಲೂಸ್ ಹಿಮ್, ಹರ್ ಆರ್ ಇಟ್. ವೈ ಇಟ್ ಸೊ? ಯಾಕೆ ಹಾಗಾಗ್ತದೆ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಇದ್ದಾಗ ಆ ವ್ಯಕ್ತಿಯ ಬೆಲೆ ನಮ್ಗೆ ಗೊತ್ತಾಗಲ್ಲ. ಈಗ ವಯಸ್ಸಿರ್ತದೆ, ನಮ್ಗೆ ಇದ್ರ ಬೆಲೆ ನಮ್ಗೆ ಗೊತ್ತಾಗಲ್ಲ. ವಯಸ್ಸಾದ ತಕ್ಷಣ ನಾವು ವೇಸ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬಿಟ್ಟಿವಿ, ಎಷ್ಟೊಂದು ಜೀವನ, ಎಷ್ಟೊಂದು ಸಮಯವನ್ನು ವೇಸ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬಿಟ್ಟಿವಿ ಅಂತೆಲ್ಲ ನಾವು ಪರಿತಪಿಸ್ತಿರ್ತೀವಿ. Right? So let's read it. Are you ready? That time of year thou mayest in me behold, when yellow leaves are none or few, do hang upon those boughs which shake against the cold, bare tuned choirs where late the sweet bird sang. In me thou seest the twilight of such day, as after sunset fadeth in the west, which by and by black night doth take away, death's second self that seals up all in the rest. In me thou seest the glowing of such fire, that on the ashes of his youth doth lie, as the death bed whereon it must expire, consumed with that which it was nourished by. Though pursuest, which makes thy love more strong, to love that well which thou must live are long. Right? So this is the way how you have to read once or twice. Definitely you will have the habit of reading. You will easily understand how to read. Okay, so before that, what is the background for this? Already you know that there are 4 seasons. There are 4 seasons in western countries. So what are those? Spring, summer, autumn, winter. What are the 4 seasons? Spring, summer, autumn, winter. Spring ವಸಂತ ಕಾಲ, ಬೇಸಿಗೆ ಕಾಲ, ಇನ್ನೊಂದು ಏನ್ ಹೇಳ್ತೀವಿ ಇದಕ್ಕೆ? ಚಳಿಗಾಲ. ಅಥವಾ ನಮ್ಮಲ್ಲಿ ಆ ಕಾಲ ಆಟಮ್ ಕಂಡು ಬರಲ್ಲ, ಎರಡು ಕೂಡ ಒಂದೇ ಚಳಿಗಾಲ ಅಂತ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ. ಅಲ್ಲಿ ರೈನಿ ಸೀಸನ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಇರಲ್ಲ, ಯಾಕಂದ್ರೆ 6 ತಿಂಗಳಗಟ್ಟಲೆ ಮಳೆನೇ ಇರ್ತದಲ್ಲಿ. ಹಾಗಾಗಿ ನಮ್ಮಲ್ಲಿ ಈ ಸೀಸನ್ ಕಂಡು ಬರಲ್ಲ, ಎರಡು ಕೂಡ ಒಂದೇ ಚಳಿಗಾಲ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿ ನಾವು ಹೇಳ್ತೀವಿ. ಸೊ ಹಾಗೇನೆ ನೋಡ್ರಿ, 4 ಸ್ಟೇಜಸ್ ಕೂಡ ಬರ್ತವೆ ದಿನದಲ್ಲಿ: ಮಾರ್ನಿಂಗ್, ನೂನ್, ಈವ್ನಿಂಗ್, ನೈಟ್. ಮುಂಜಾನೆ, ಮಧ್ಯಾಹ್ನ, ಸಾಯಂಕಾಲ, ರಾತ್ರಿ. ನೋಡ್ರಿ, ಹಾಗೇನೆ ನೋಡ್ರಿ ಮನುಷ್ಯನ ಜೀವನದಲ್ಲಿ ಕೂಡ 4 ಸ್ಟೇಜ್ ಬರ್ತವೆ: ಚೈಲ್ಡ್ಹುಡ್, ಯೂತ್, ಓಲ್ಡ್ ಏಜ್, ಡೆತ್. ಹೀಗೆ 4 ಸ್ಟೇಜಸ್ ಬರ್ತವೆ. ಸೊ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ನಾವು ಯಾವ ಓಲ್ಡ್ ಮ್ಯಾನ್ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಒಬ್ಬ ಮುಪ್ಪಾವಸ್ಥೆಯಲ್ಲಿ ಇರ್ತಕ್ಕಂಥ ಒಬ್ಬ ವ್ಯಕ್ತಿ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ತನ್ನ ಭಾವನೆಗಳನ್ನ ಹಂಚಿಕೊಳ್ತಾನೆ. ಸೊ ದ ಓಲ್ಡ್ ಮ್ಯಾನ್, ದ ಮ್ಯಾನ್ ಹೂ ಈಸ್ ಇನ್ ಹಿಸ್ ಓಲ್ಡ್ ಏಜ್, he speaks about or he talks about his conditions, comparing his condition to the nature. ತನ್ನ ಪರಿಸ್ಥಿತಿಯನ್ನ, ತನ್ನ ಸ್ಥಿತಿಯನ್ನ ಪ್ರಕೃತಿಗೆ ಹೋಲಿಸಿಕೊಂಡು ಯಾವ ರೀತಿ ತನ್ನ ಭಾವನೆಗಳನ್ನು ವ್ಯಕ್ತಪಡಿಸ್ತಾನೆ ಅಂತಕ್ಕಂಥದನ್ನ ಕವಿ ವಿಲಿಯಂ ಶೇಕ್ಸ್ಪಿಯರ್ ಅವರು ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಹಿಡಿದು ಸೆರೆ ಹಿಡಿಯಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಪ್ರಯತ್ನ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ರೈಟ್, ಈ ನಿಟ್ಟಿನಲ್ಲಿ ನಾವು ಅಭ್ಯಾಸ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು. ಸೊ ದೇರ್ ಆರ್ 3 ಕ್ವಾರ್ಟರ್ಸ್. ನೋಡ್ರಿ, 4 ಲೈನ್ಗಳ 3 ಕ್ವಾರ್ಟರ್ಸ್ ಬರ್ತವೆ. ಕ್ವಾರ್ಟರ್ಸ್ ಅಂದ್ರೆ four lines. Each quatrain contain 4 lines. 4 ಸಾಲುಗಳು ಎಷ್ಟಿವೆ? 3 ಇವೆ. ಒಂದು ಏನಿದೆ, 2 ಲೈನ್ ಒಂದಿದೆ, ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ನಾವು ಕಪ್ಲೆಟ್ ಅಂತ ಕರೀತೀವಿ. 2 lines. ನೋಡಿ, ಸೊ ಇನ್ ಶೇಕ್ಸ್ಪಿಯರ್ ಅಂಡ್ ಸಾನೆಟ್ 3 quatrains and 1 couplet. 3 quatrains ಅಂದ್ರೆ 4 ಸಾಲುಗಳ 3 ಭಾಗ, 4 ಸಾಲುಗಳ 3 ಸ್ಟ್ಯಾಂಜಾ, ಆಮೇಲೆ 1 ಕಪ್ಲೆಟ್ ಇರುತ್ತೆ. 4 ಸಾಲುಗಳ 3, ಆಮೇಲೆ 1 ಕಪ್ಲೆಟ್ ಇರುತ್ತೆ. ಹಾಗೇನೆ ಫಸ್ಟ್ 8 lines problems. First 8 lines describe problems, and next 6 lines finds 8 and next 6 lines for solutions. Next 6 lines for solutions, and in the end last 2 lines tell you the conclusion. So this is Shakespearean pattern of sonnet, right? So in the first stanza, what is there? So in the first stanza, the poet describes what are the changes in the seasons. So as you know that there are 4 seasons: spring, summer, autumn, winter. Now the first stanza starts like this: that time of year thou mayest in the behold. So here the person who is in his old age, he observes. The old man observes the nature. The old man observes the nature. ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಮುಪ್ಪಾವಸ್ಥೆಯಲ್ಲಿರ್ತಕ್ಕಂಥ ಒಬ್ಬ ವ್ಯಕ್ತಿ ಏನ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾನೆ, ತನ್ನ ಸುತ್ತಮುತ್ತಲಿರ್ತಕ್ಕಂಥ ಪರಿಸರವನ್ನ ಅಬ್ಸರ್ವ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾನೆ. ಏನಿತ್ತು ಹಾಗಾದ್ರೆ, ಏನ್ ಚೇಂಜ್ ಆಗಿತ್ತು ಅಲ್ಲಿ? When yellow leaves are none or few do hang. So it was autumn season. So during autumn season in western countries, so there we find yellow leaves, or there are no leaves on the tree. Autumn season ನಲ್ಲಿ ಎಲ್ಲೋ ಹಳದಿ ಎಲೆಗಳಿರ್ತವೆ, ಆಮೇಲೆ ಗಿಡಗಳಿಗೆ ಎಲೆಗಳಿರಲ್ಲ. ಯಾಕಂದ್ರೆ few are do hang. So you can find few leaves, and upon those boughs which shake against cold. The boughs were shaking with cold. There was a very chill, or we can say very chilly atmosphere. ಬಹಳಷ್ಟು ಚಳಿ ಇರೋದ್ರಿಂದ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಏನಾಗಿರ್ತದೆ, ಎಲ್ಲ ಟೊಂಗೆಗಳು ನಡುತ್ತಿರ್ತವೆ. They were shaking because of cold, too much cold, because it's autumn season. First stanza starts with the autumn season. In the same way, the old man compares his life. ತಾನು ಕೂಡ ಆಟಮ್ ಸೀಸನ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಯಾವ ರೀತಿ ಆ ಎಲೆಗಳು ಬೀಳ್ತವೆ, ಹಳದಿ ಆಗಿವೆ, ತನ್ನ ವಯಸ್ಸಾಗಿದೆ, ಆಮೇಲೆ ತನ್ನ ಜೊತೆ ಯಾರು ಇಲ್ಲ, ಆಮೇಲೆ ಫ್ಯೂ ಆರ್ ಡು ಹ್ಯಾಂಗ್, ಕೆಲವೇ ಇವೆ, ಅವು ನೇತಾಡ್ತಿವೆ, ಕೆಲವೇ ಎಲೆಗಳಿವೆ. ದೋಸ್ ಬೋಸ್ ವಿಚ್ ಶೇಕ್ ಅಗೇನ್ಸ್ಟ್ ದ ಕೋಲ್ಡ್. ಸೊ ತನ್ನ ದೇಹನು ಹಾಗೆ ವೀಕ್ ಆಗಿದೆ, ಚಳಿಗೆ ನಲುಗುತ್ತಿದೆ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತಾನೆ. ಇಟ್ ಮೀನ್ಸ್ ದಟ್ he compares his life to the changes in the autumn. Autumn is the season. After that autumn, winter comes. Winter means last season. After evening, night comes. After old age, death comes. Like this. So he is just before one step ahead. ಕೊನೆಯ ಸ್ಟೆಪ್ ಗಿಂತ 3ನೇ ಸ್ಟೇಜ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಇದ್ದಾನೆ. ಅಂದ್ರೆ he is almost counting his days. Shake with cold and bare hued quires. So there were no leaves, no fruits, nothing on the trees. Then if the trees were like that, do you expect birds come and sit on those trees? ಹಾಗಾದ್ರೆ ಪಕ್ಷಿಗಳು ಅಂತ ಗಿಡಗಳ ಮೇಲೆ ಬಂದು ಕೂತ್ಕೊಳ್ತಾವ? ಇಲ್ಲ, ಯಾಕಂದ್ರೆ ಅವುಗಳಿಗೆ ಸಮೃದ್ಧವಾಗಿ ಎಲೆಗಳು ಹಣ್ಣುಗಳೆಲ್ಲ ಇದ್ರೆ ಮಾತ್ರ ಬರ್ತವೆ. Where let the sweet birds hang. So if such condition, there are no birds and no birds come and sit and sing. ಯಾವ ಪಕ್ಷಿಗಳು ಬರಲ್ಲ, ಕೂಡಲ್ಲ, ಆಮೇಲೆ ಹಾಡು ಹಾಡಲ್ಲ. ಹೀಗಾಗ್ತಿದೆ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಇಟ್ ಮೀನ್ಸ್ ದಟ್ ನೋಬಡಿ ಕಮ್ಸ್ ಟು ಯು ಇನ್ ಯುವರ್ ಓಲ್ಡ್ ಏಜ್. ಓಲ್ಡ್ ಏಜ್ ಲಿಂದ ಬಹಳಷ್ಟು ಜನ ನೀವು ಭೇಟಿ ಆಗ್ಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಬರಲ್ಲ, ನೀವು ಒಬ್ಬರ ಆಗ್ಬಿಡ್ತೀವಿ, ನಾವೆಲ್ಲ ಒಬ್ಬಂಟಿ ಆಗ್ಬಿಡ್ತೀವಿ ಅಂತಕ್ಕಂಥ ತನ್ನ ನೋವನ್ನ ಆ ವ್ಯಕ್ತಿ ಹಂಚಿಕೊಳ್ತಿದ್ದಾನೆ. And those birds, what we can say, those birds go away to the warmer places. ಅವು ಶಾಖ ಇರ್ತಕ್ಕಂಥ ಪ್ರದೇಶಗಳಿಗೆ ವಲಸೆ ಹೋಗ್ತವೆ. ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಅಲ್ಲಿರ್ತಕ್ಕಂಥ ಜನರು ಏನ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ, ತಮಗೆ ಅನುಕೂಲಕರ ಪ್ರದೇಶಗಳಿಗೆ ಹೋಗ್ತಾರೆ ಅಂತಕ್ಕಂಥದನ್ನ ಕವಿಯಲ್ಲಿ ಹೇಳ್ತಾರೆ. ಸೊ ದಿಸ್ the old man compares his life to the nature, especially autumn. In me thou seest the twilight of such day. Twilight means between sunset and moonrise. So he is between sunset and moonrise. ಈಗ ಸಾಯಂಕಾಲ ಸನ್ಸೆಟ್ ಮತ್ತು ಚಂದ್ರ ಉದಯಿಸೋಕ್ಕಿಂತ ಮುಂಚಿನ ಕಂಡೀಷನ್ ಏನಿದೆ ಆ ಕಂಡೀಷನ್ ನಾನಿದ್ದೀನಿ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಆಲ್ಮೋಸ್ಟ್ he is near to death. Almost he is end. So he is in the evening, he is in the autumn, he is in old age. Almost one step ahead to meet his end. After sunset fadeth in the west. So as sunset fades everything, as sunset destroys everything in the west, in the same way death fades the life. ಯಾವ ರೀತಿ ಸೂರ್ಯಾಸ್ತ ಪಶ್ಚಿಮ ದಿಕ್ಕಿನಲ್ಲಿ ಸಂಪೂರ್ಣ ಕತ್ತಲೆಯನ್ನು ತರ್ತದೆ, ಹಾಗೆಯೇ ಸಾವು ಕೂಡ ಮನುಷ್ಯನಿಗೆ ಕತ್ತಲಿನ ತರ್ತದೆ ಅಥವಾ ಅವನಿಗೆ ಅಂತ್ಯ ಆಗ್ತದೆ ಅಂತಕ್ಕಂಥ ಮಾತನ್ನ ಕವಿ ಹೇಳ್ತಾರೆ. Which by and by black night doth take away. So night is black because almost end, and winter almost chilly, you cannot survive, and death almost next step is death. Which lay and by black night doth take away. So black night will take away. Death's second self that seals up all the rest. So death is very near to me. Death is very near to me. So I am expecting the death. I am watching, or I am expecting the last stage. So he is just before last stage. So in me, let's go to third stanza. In me thou seest the glowing of such fire. When I was youth, I have enthusiasm, I have strength, I have vision, I have teeth, I have everything, I have strength to do anything, but I am weak now. I cannot walk fast, I cannot eat too much, and I cannot live fast. I mean, I cannot walk, or I cannot do anything fast because that fire, that strength has gone now. ಯೌವನಾವಸ್ಥೆಯಲ್ಲಿ ಇರಬೇಕಾದ್ರೆ ಶಕ್ತಿ ಇತ್ತು, ಉತ್ಸಾಹ ಇತ್ತು, ಅದೆಲ್ಲ ಈಗ ಹೋಗಿದೆ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತಾರೆ. That on the ashes of his youth doth lie. So that youth has burnt, only we can see ashes. ಅದೆಲ್ಲ ಸುಟ್ಟು ಹೋಗಿದೆ, ಈಗ ಬೂದಿ ಮಾತ್ರ ಕಾಣಿಸ್ತಿದೆ, ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಸಂಪೂರ್ಣ ಕೊನೆಯ ಸ್ಟೇಜ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಇದೆ ನಾನು ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತಾನೆ. As the deathbed whereon it must expire, one other day I have to expire. The poet speaks here, the old man explains that he expires, or he dies shortly. As a deathbed, the deathbed is near to him, he says. Consumed with that which it was nourished by. So he said that he consumed, he wasted his some time, and he used some time, and totally he consumed everything that which it was nourished by. Whatever he gets, he consumed and he wasted some time, and in this way his life nourished, developed. ಈ ರೀತಿಯಾಗಿ ಕೆಲವು ಸಮಯ ನಾನು ಹಾಳು ಮಾಡಿದೆ, ಕೆಲವು ಸಮಯ ಒಳ್ಳೆ ರೀತಿಯಲ್ಲಿ ಬಳಸ್ಕೊಂಡೆ, ಈ ರೀತಿಯಾಗಿ ನನ್ನ ಜೀವನ ಮುಂದುವರಿತು ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತಾರೆ. And last two lines are meant for solution. So good hope we can see, goodwill or hope. In last two lines we find, in Shakespeare last two lines we find hopeful ideas, or we can say hope for life. Though this thou perceivest which makes Thy love more strong. Pursues means I pursued so many things, I tolerated so many things. So the old man is requesting young man. The old man is requesting young man or men, we can say, that please show love and affection. Please show love and affection to me. I am living on the earth for a very short time. So he is longing for love and affection. That old man is pleading for, requesting for, or appealing for love and affection strongly. To love that well which thou must live or long. So I cannot live long. That person says, I cannot live long. So please show love and affection. Please come and talk with me. So don't live alone. So I am at the last stage. I am in autumn stage. I am in evening stage. I am in old stage. So my next stage is winter. My next stage is night. My next stage is death. So please come with me. Talk with me. Show your love and affection. So this is the last line. That it means that we being youth or we being children, we must talk with the old people and we must not hurt the feelings of old people. And not only that, we have to talk, we have to spare our time, at least some time for them. And we have to talk, we have to listen to their words, and we have to show more and more love and affection to those people, that they must not feel alone. They must not feel in a sorrowful mood. Let us keep and let us have happily. Let us make them live happily until they meet their end, until they breathe their last. So this is the hopeful lines that we can see in the couplet last two lines. So this is the end of the poem, and only thing is that in old age everyone's condition is like this. All strength has gone, enthusiasm gone. So we are alone. So the people who are in old stage, they may know better the conditions. So it's our duty to show love and affection towards them. Right? So he goes on in this way. William Shakespeare explains, he compares old age to the nature. How nature gets affected, in the same way man or woman gets affected. Right? So this is what about the poem. So let's find some beautiful words there in glossary section. That time of year means late autumn or early autumn. So late autumn or early winter in the condition. Bough, bench of a tree, yellow leaves which have faded in autumn. The green leaves turn yellow, sign of decay. So yellow leaves means green leaves have turned yellow. It means that youth has become old fellow. And sign of decay, it's a sign of destruction, sign of ending. Bare ruin requires, it means a bare leafless. Bare means leafless, no leaves. Branches where sweet birds used to sing. So if the tree is beautiful with leaves, sweet birds comes and they will sing melodiously. Now we cannot find those songs. Remains of church stripped off its roof and exposed to the elements. So we cannot see such birds which sing melodiously. Or we cannot find singing birds there because all the trees were bare. Right? ಈ ತರನಾಗಿ ನಾವು ಈ ಪದ್ಯವನ್ನು ಅರ್ಥೈಸಿಕೊಳ್ಳಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಸಾಧ್ಯ ಇದೆ. So dear children, read this poem once, twice. The poem is very easy, and try to write its summary in a simple sentences and show it to your teachers. Okay, so thank you everyone for watching this video, and please share our videos to your friends so that they can easily understand the poem and easily write answers to the questions, so that they can get good marks in the examination. So if you do, it will be a great thing for those people, right? So thank you everyone again. Still, if you have not subscribed our channel, please subscribe our channel and learn more and more. ಆತ್ಮೀಯ ವೀಕ್ಷಕರೇ, ಇದುವರೆಗೂ ತಾವು ನಮ್ಮ ಚಾನಲ್ ಅನ್ನು ಸಬ್ಸ್ಕ್ರೈಬ್ ಮಾಡಿರದೇ ಇದ್ರೆ ನಮ್ಮ ಸ್ಕ್ರೀನ್ ಮೇಲೆ ಇರ್ತಕ್ಕಂಥ ಕೆಂಪು ಬಣ್ಣದ ಸಬ್ಸ್ಕ್ರೈಬ್ ಬಟನ್ ಅನ್ನು ಪ್ರೆಸ್ ಮಾಡಿ ನಮ್ಮ ಚಾನಲ್ಗೆ ಸಬ್ಸ್ಕ್ರೈಬ್ ಆಗಿ, ಫ್ರೀ ಇರುತ್ತೆ. ಹಾಗಾಗಿ ನಾವು ಅಪ್ಲೋಡ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಕ್ಕಂಥ ಪ್ರತಿಯೊಂದು ವಿಡಿಯೋ ಕ್ಷಣಾರ್ಧದಲ್ಲಿ ಅದರ ಲಿಂಕ್ ತಮಗೆ ಬರುತ್ತೆ. So till then, dear viewers, please take care. Let's meet in the next video. Till then, please take care.